Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Capricorn Mercury in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on Mercury signs. And they were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So, what I decided to do was another series on which they would be a little bit longer and more descriptive than the previous ones. So, anyway, first thing up. Mercury, of course, is connected with communication. So, the person with a Capricorn Mercury may be very serious, when they speak. Um, and the communications may be very consistent, maybe with the same people on the same time of day, roughly, that kind of thing, very regimented. And at the same time, the person may sound a little bit, despondent and sad when they talk. They need to guard against becoming overly dejected or despondent. The thing is, some of you may remember the late legendary singer John Denver had his Mercury in Capricorn. When he sung, some of his songs had kind of a sad quality or aura to them. The tone was sad. It could sound somewhat melancholy. Now, the thing is, as far as Capricorn Mercury communications go, it could also be where the person may often talk about their career and business endeavors. The communications may often be planned and premeditated. The mind can be very premeditated. And they may speak with authority, sound very authoritative at times. When they speak, conversations may often be associated with politics or the government or matters with accounting, construction, things that involve structure. Anything Capricorn related, even information, technology, those could be the things that this person may often talk about. Also attaining a certain social status and stature in life as well. Um, Mercury is also associated with thinking and assimilating information. So having a Capricorn Mercury, the thinking, may be very disciplined, very structured. Um, this person may often think for a little bit prior to acting and not be, overly, impulsive, or impetuous. And the thinking, could be very, very good. It could be disciplined and good, but the thing is, they might not have, that much ingenuity though. And because remember, Capricorn energy is very conventional, very orthodox. The person may think very methodically and have much concentration. And that the person may not want to be overly bombarded with too much information at once when they're trying to process things. They may want the information given to them very slow, deliberate, methodical manner. The thinking may often be kind of very career oriented. How am I going to improve my social status and stature in life? It can be very pragmatic as well. These people may be very practical thinkers, and but yeah, it could be a little bit, can be negative and pessimistic at times in their thinking. Now, another thing is that Mercury in astrology is associated with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. So one or more of these people may, actually be a Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply embody Capricorn characteristics. This could be, people, that could be, very disciplined, consistent, structured, conventional, serious, premeditated. It could be people that are simply, could be people that are in a Capricorn professional field, such as working, in accounting or just general business, general mundane work, government, political work, even information technology or masonry, as some examples. Mercury in astrology is also associated with our early education. And for people that have Capricorn Mercury, their early education may have been taken very seriously. It might have been a person doing what they can to work within the parameters of the the guidelines are, the rules, the regulations are in the schools they were in. It might be, also to where things were, done, work, homework, for example, scholastic activities done in a very professional manner. Maybe this person liked obstacle courses. Well, I'm being a bit flippant with that. But Capricorn is the sign connected with obstacles. And now this could, I had a friend of mine has his Mercury in Capricorn, and he was in some business club when he was in, um, when he was in, I believe it was high school. So this person can have a good mind for business, may join some groups that are connected with business, or may even take courses that are associated with Capricorn, such as business accounting or something with the government or politics, as some examples. Now, Mercury is also connected with short journeys. So the person with Mercury in Capricorn, their short journeys may often be very premeditated and planned well ahead of time. They can be ones, there might be some restrictions with them. Maybe this person doesn't really, tries not to venture out too far from, their residence. Um, it could be where, there may be more obstacles and delays that they have to encounter than the average person when going on short journeys. They may be often connected with their business or their career. You might be going to some kind of government or political venue. You could be going to some, information technology expo or convention, as some examples. And something that could be going to, things that are associated, with construction, or going to see an accountant maybe more often than the average person. Now, another thing too is that Mercury is also associated with the rational mind and rational thinking. So having a Capricorn Mercury, the rational mind may strongly be affected just by simply having distractions to tasks, whether it's career related matters or responsibilities, because Capricorn is about concentration. And if they have, things going on, where people, are bothering them and they're trying to think about something, and they want to concentrate, I think this might have some effect on, thinking rationally, or maybe just getting bombarded with too many responsibilities that they can't, handle all at once. Capricorn is the sign associated with responsibility, but they often like, the energy is about being methodical, not doing, too much at one particular moment in time. So, and just having too many things that have to be done at once. So this is where I think it can affect the rational thinking for Mercury and Capricorn. Now, Mercury is also about analysis. So having a Capricorn Mercury, the analysis may often be very, deliberate, methodical, taking, processing one thing at a time. If they're trying to analyze, some situation, whether, it's taking a short journey somewhere or whatever they're trying to actually do. It could be, something, analysis may often be on, Capricorn related things, whether it's something connected with information technology or something associated with time, such as how long it takes, to do a project or endeavor, how long it takes to get from point A to point B. The thing is, and they just generally don't want, if Capricorn Mercury is trying to analyze a situation, they generally don't want to be inundated with too much at one given point in time. Now, Mercury is also connected with the hands and its manual dexterity. So having a Capricorn Mercury, the person's dexterity may come in handy, no pun intended, when doing something associated with information technology, whether it could be, fixing a computer, soldering something in it as an example. It can be, doing, something fixing watches or a clock. As some other examples, uh, This is where their handiness, I can say again, the manual dexterity, ability to use the hands, can come in very handy in general. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard, stay well.